Hello and welcome to Japanese Garden Bristol live. Okay, so this live's about the water feature you see behind me. But before we get there, Russ, before we get there, I'll have a little chat so other people can log on to watch. Thank you all for your best wishes and your nice comments about the issues I've had lately and stuff like that. It's all slowly getting back to normal now, so I'm feeling better. I was, and yeah, it's all good now. Back up and running really. Grab yourself a beer or a cup of tea, and I'll show you how I built this water feature. I've had a bit of I've got some time off work at the moment, and because tomorrow I'm going to go up to get some pots to sell from the bonsais and that. So if you're interested in pots, I'm going to be picking up pots tomorrow and some more bonsais. So if you're ever interested, contact me, message me or something like that. It's collection only. So yeah, I'm off to do that tomorrow. Looking forward to that. I'm staying up up north, staying up there for a night. Today I had a bit of a different day today. A colleague and friend of mine at work, we chat a lot about social media and stuff like that. Well, he's kind of started up a new thing. He's been wanting to get into something to do with social media, and what he's doing is filming, doing recordings for adverts and stuff like that. So he's asked if he could come around and do one for me, which I've been wanting to do for a long time anyway. So I said, yeah, let's do that. So today we've been going around the garden. We ran out of time really a bit, but he's going to put something together, and then I'll be putting up the video to see what he does. See, with the technology I got, all I got is an iPhone, and it doesn't really do everything. So see what he comes up with. That'd be interesting. And also what I've done today as well is my spring walk. Every year I do a spring walk, and it's usually in May, but because a lot of the flowers are out now, and the garden's looking good as well, as always, hopefully. And so I thought I'd do my spring walk. So that should be coming up soon. Hopefully part this weekend. If not, it'll be next weekend. See how things go, because I'm going away tomorrow. So yeah, that's pretty much all what's been going on. And if you want to visit my garden, please go to my website, scroll down, see which one you want to go on. There's only 2 live at the moment. There will be tours coming up, but I haven't put them up yet. You've got the spring walks. I want to get into them first before I start putting up any more. There's a few spaces on the spring walks. There's a few spaces left on the green tea on the 10th of May as well. So if you want to visit me, come and have a chat, then book a ticket and come in and have a chat, and I'll make you a cup of tea and some snacks, and it's all within the price as well. So it's all good. There's quite a few things, everything's been going on as well. Well, I was 2 days into Japan, when I was over in Japan. The second day, I had an email from Japan TV wanting me to come over there and do a documentary. And the trouble was we couldn't get the dates matched up. I couldn't make their dates, so I give them some dates. They can't make my dates. So whether that's going to happen this year or not, I don't know. So that's something else that's happening. I had a few more things going on as well, but they're not worth mentioning yet. See if anything comes of them. But yeah, so it's been quite an eventful few days. So what I'm going to do today is, what happened, as you can see behind me, this is a shadow part of my pond. And what it is, when I built the pond, I've always had moving water up there, because the trouble is, I'll show you in a bit when I take the camera off, but over there is all the moving water. Up here, there's no moving water. So what I've done, I put air stones, but they didn't look very good. Then I put an air bar, which is down over there now. And the air bar was a bit annoying, really, because the water was coming out and it was making a mess, and it wasn't right for there. So I put that down over the other side, and I'll show you. So I come back off my holiday, and it was all the bits of the pond, all the muck and all that was floating in this area because it's stagnant, there's no movement. And I had to think of something to get this water moving. Years ago, I did have a bog filter over there in the same place, and that worked really well. But the trouble was the maintenance on it. It would clog up, and every year I had to clean it out. So I try to make my garden and my ponds as easy maintenance as possible. So that went, and then come along the bar and stuff. But now I was sat there with Cindy, sat in the conservatory, and she said, "That looks bad." I said, "No, I got to do something about it." So we had a chat, and by chatting to each other, I come up with this idea. I said, "Well, why don't I build one of these? You see them in Japan. I've seen them in pictures before I went to Japan, but I had no reason to build them really. Is where you get the bamboos that covers the water basins, and they come down the sides, or they might be just sat on the top and then have a cup on there or whatever." So I thought of that idea. So what I've done, thought I'll implement that into this garden by putting it over in the corner there, and then put a water feature on the top. Now, a lot of people have asked me where I got the bamboo from. I'll explain more when I get the phone off and take you around. But the thinner bamboo that's the shelf is just from B&Q. They do quite thick, your bamboo canes that you do for your veg and stuff like that. That's all that is, £6.50 a bundle. I think about 10 in a bundle. So you can get that easy. They're quite thick. They're about an inch thick at one end, and then goes down to about ½ inch at the other end. So they're quite usable for things like that. But as for the actual main water feature, I was lucky because my son-in-law Jay, he found some in the skip, and I thought, I'll have them. I know someone that can use them, and got me quite a bit really. So they've been sat in the workshop. I have cut them up for different projects and stuff like that, and then been chucked back in the workshop and stuff like that. And then when I come to this idea, I thought, I wonder if I still got any in the workshop. So I went up and I got some, lucky enough. And it's really good bamboo. I wish all bamboo was like this because it's quite decent stuff. So what I'm going to do is turn the camera around. I'm going to show you how I connected it up to my water system and how it works over that end, because it's kind of different. I might not have finished off that end. I just put some trees there and make it look good and see what it looks like. So I've got to tinker around with that a bit. All right, grab a drink and I'll be back. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll turn this around over here so you can see me bonsai there. Now I've got to move that, unfortunately. It's very heavy. The thing is, it has grown in the last couple of days. All the fish are up. If I don't damage it, that's the only way I can get across. Here you go. So I'll come back, turn you around. Okay, so we'll do the talking this way now. Right, let's show you how I connected it up. So what I've done, I got a hose. Now, this might be a bit boring, but people ask me how I've done it. So this is my water system going to 2 different filters, okay? Moving bed filter and a 4-chamber filter. What I've done, I've taken it off the one that don't need as much power. So I've taken it off this one here, which is the 4-chamber, because it doesn't pump so far. Now I'm not happy with this connection here at the moment. I got to redo that, but for the time being, I thought I'd get it set up and see if it all works anyway before I go into it too deep. Okay, so this valve here, what it is, it all works off these pumps. There's the pumps, and I can move the speed of it up and down. So I don't know if you can see it because I can't see it through the thing. So I put it up on 85 to give the water flow. Now, if you can see, I can't zoom in on this, but what I do is I will turn that off, and then that will turn that water feature off totally. Let me go down and show you. Okay, so the water feature now is stopped, which if I was going away like tomorrow, I'll switch off and leave off. So then I'll come back up here and I'll turn it back on, get it flowing again, and I'll go and show you how I actually made it. Let's get a good flow going. There we go. It's a bit better. Right, okay, so now if I fall in, guys, no laughing, please. And no sharing it. Right, okay, here we go. Okay, so there's the bamboo I get from B&Q. What I've done is put a wire through. I have done a video on it also. I will be putting the video up later. So that's all held together by bamboo, by wire. So, oops, shows that one there. I thought I'd do a matching set on each side because I needed something for the bonsai. So that's what I've done there. Okay, these cups, I make these cups. If you ever want these cups, I can post them. And these are the larger ones. I haven't priced them up, but I do the ladles and cups, the smaller ones, which I got spread out over my garden as well, which is a really great Japanese feature. Now, in Japan, I've been to Japan and I always thought, well, you know, this is bamboo and wood. I've seen metal ones in Japan. I've seen plastic ones in Japan. I've seen bamboo, I've seen wood, I've seen them all. So as long as it gives an effect and they work, they actually do work. If they would actually hold water. It's good for if you want to water your plants or something. Right, okay, so what I've done here, I only had bamboo that split down through the middle, sort of half of it. And the way the water runs up, you can't, because you can't see where the water comes up through, so it looks natural, which is good. So what I've done, because this comes off, that's all it is. There we go. It's an elbow in on the other end of the pipe. On the other end of the hose is an elbow, and that's flowing down. There is a bit of a back flow coming up and dripping down through there. Maybe need to raise it a bit more or something. I want to make a better job of this because, like I said, it was a bit of a rush job. It was the end of the day and I just wanted to get it together to see if it works and then make something better of it later. So that's all it is. There's holes. I can't lift that up really. Under there, I've cut a hole out of the base, put the pipe up through. So this pipe will come right out of there. Can't grab it now. Okay, so the pipe, as you can see, it will eventually go green, runs along the outskirts of my pond. I'm always worried about running pipes outside the pond just in case of leaks. It can empty your pond. But then you should have your pumps raised up so don't empty your pond anyway. They're sneaking out to see what I'm up to. So that's basically it, guys. I was going to stick this on or put a bit of wire around it, but it doesn't need it. It's good to get access to it by just taking it off. If you get high winds, it might come off, but it seems all right like that. If I did stick it, I would get some clear silicone, like bath silicone, clear bath silicone, where if I stuck it down, you just pull it back off, and then you can re-stick it. If you stick it with glue, you'll never get it back off again. But that's how I done it. Not everybody does it this way. If you're lucky enough to get hold of bamboo, then you do it with the bamboo you got. There's nothing there. But even with that backflow, if it goes down there, it still goes back into the pond because the pond obviously comes up and goes along there. So it's well in the pond if it leaks. So that's really it, really, guys. I mean, it's all loose. Nothing's screwed or stuck or anything. It's held by that one clip in there. That's it. Then I decided to put the monk peekaboo boy there. I put a bonsai there at the moment, and the one Christmas tree one I've done there, which I'm going to change and maybe lift up higher, possibly play around with it. But it's a nice effect to have the spoon next to it. And yeah, that's what it looks like. It's kind of pleased with it because I was a bit worried. I nearly went in then. I wobbled a bit there. You get down here without making a mess of it. But there's, I don't know if you can see the wire going up through. So I fed the wires up. Under here, there's another reason why I've done this one, because I've got another pipe here, which is my skimmer. which is over there, and pumps the water out here. And you can see how clear the water is now. The green, unfortunately, is there because when I went away, you had some nice weather here, and the algae grow big time. I have put clover leaf in it, and it has cleared it, but not totally, so I'm going to have to put another dosing in. But it looks nice green anyway. But yeah, so it has cleared it up. It's done the job. It's done what I wanted to do. It's moved the water around. So you get you see these two pumps back here. Actually, I haven't got the air going there. I got the two pumps back here. Obviously the pumps are pumping it up through, coming down through there. So all the water is staying in that area. And what I wanted to do was feed the water from these pumps down here to over here. So you're getting a flow of water going around the system. Now, normally I would not do something like that without another filter on, but I haven't got the room for a filter because it's ideal to have a filter on every outlet you got. And that way that water is being cleaned, because at the moment that water just coming out of there, it's not exactly being cleaned. It's not going through the filter. It's coming straight direct out that way, which is not the ideal way, but it's not going to be on permanently anyway. It's just now and then I'll turn it on when I'm home, and or when I open and stuff like that, and just to refresh this water up here. Cool, you're looking good. In a moment. Fingers crossed. Okay, so let's, oops, nearly spilt that. Oops. Okay guys, so that's it really. That's what I've done. That's my new water feature. I am pleased with it. Looks very Japanese. Would have been nice to have it longer, but I haven't got that room to make it longer. So what I've done, I think, works well. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll read your comments later, guys. If I see any comments, I respond later. Thank you, Irene. So yeah, or otherwise I'm just sat there looking at their writing. I don't think you want to watch me do that, do you? Let alone anything else. So I'll respond to your comments after. Guys, I hope that helps you. I hope you can make something from it, make your own, give you some guidance on how you want to make your own. Yes, mine do come off another pump, which is ideal, which is already set up, so it wasn't no big deal. All I had to do was buy the hose and an elbow. That's what I had to do, and reconnect it. Some of you might have to buy pumps to do something like that. But whatever, it does look good. It's worth it. They're really nice in the corner. I got to change the bonsai there, but other than that, looking good. So guys, everything's good. Hopefully see you in May or sometime this year. If you want to visit my garden, come and have a chat, come and see what it's like, and have a drink, cup of tea that is, and I'll see you then. Thanks for watching, and have a nice evening and weekend coming up. And if there's more lives I can do, I will do them, or more videos. I will. Hope you enjoy my posts I'm putting up. I got some more pictures recently, so I'll be putting them up later, and stuff like that. So like I said, have a good one guys, and I'll catch you next time.